Hi to you out there. Have I ever told you I'm quite sensitive? I think I have. I'm very sensitive for light. I'm very sensitive for sounds. I'm very sensitive for your thoughts. Today I want to talk to you about sensitive children, and if you like what I'm talking about, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you enjoy this day as well after listening to what I have to say to you. Every child is in fact quite sensitive. The sensitive child is much more sensitive. So I would suggest to you out there who have a sensitive child, or you're wondering about you might have a sensitive child, that be very aware of who you surround yourself with, because the sensitive child is so very, very sensitive for energy. Have you ever met a child who walks in the street and bump into everyone? They're in fact being very attracted both to the positive energy and the negative energy as well. And if you notice, you who are parents or you who work with children, if you notice that a child switches the mood, in our society we can often put diagnosis on children. And if you notice the mood switches very fast, it might be that your child or this child is not sick at all. It is in fact quite sensitive. Learn your children to breathe. Learn your child to meditate. Yeah, it might be that your sensitive child is taking others' energy in. They are picking up energy everywhere they go. So do I. Suddenly my mood switches, and I'm grown up, and I know that I'm very sensitive. So I think to myself, Britt, this is not you. But for a sensitive child, it's very difficult to be aware of this. If they don't know they are sensitive, they might lose touch with who they are. So go outside. Make sure your child feels seen, or this child you're working with, or just any child you meet throughout your day. I always meet sensitive children, of course I do. I attract them very easily into my life. And I want to tell you that it's quite alright to be sensitive. It's not a bad thing, because when I was working with children, I worked with a lot of children. When I was working with children, I could hear that child in the corner crying, and nobody else could. And I knew what every child needed from me. And the thing is, the sensitive child often have a very big conscience about how everybody else is doing, and they might feel very bad and sad for other people, because after all they are sensitive. So take your child outside, that's the cure, and let your child find room to be themselves. And as they grow up, as you watch the child play, let them play alone. Let them spend time with themselves and get to know who they truly are. And you can even talk to them and say to them, do you know what? I'm pretty sure you're sensitive, and talk about what being sensitive is, because we need sensitive children in this world, because they are going to grow up and make magnificent technology. Just take my words for it. Or wait and see into the future. So, your sensitive child, this sensitive child, you know, is it really sensitive? It switches the mood, it bumps into people, and it also tells you about things that are going to happen. Being sensitive, it can add to the person's life that they are really sensitive. They can see what is going to happen in the future, and they can know your thoughts, and they can say scary things to you. Don't be too shocked. The world is a magical place. It is filled with magic. You have magic inside of you. So don't be afraid of the sensitive child. They have so much love to give. just remind them that they choose who they want to be, and if their mood switches, remind them of who they truly are. Sensitive children, they come here with a mission. They often can come in contact with people who are abusive because they really feel for other people. So be very aware of this and make sure that you are their safe place, and make sure that they also can trust themselves and they can give themselves love, and make sure that they are living their dreams every day, just as you should do. Learn the sensitive child to give themselves a compliment every day. You should give somebody a compliment in this magical day of life. It's a new day, it's a new life. There is a child out there who is very sensitive, who are being abused, who are trying to comfort the grown-up, who are trying to maybe spend time with an arc, because the sensitive child is so very often taken advantage of. So are you putting your child into this circumstance? Maybe you have somebody in your family who are an alcoholic that are being very negative. Well, then you should know that this person is definitely going to influence your child. Every person, every surrounding the sensitive child meet is going to influence the sensitive child. We have the power, you out there have the strength to see and discover this child. You may be the only one working with this child who know that this child is not sick. So it's really important what I say to you in this day of life, that yes, the magic is inside of us, it's out there, and you can make a magical thing happen when you tell a sensitive child that you love them. I wish you a great day. Take care of yourself and those who mean the utterly most for you.